The most magnificent game on Nintendo's slate is this right here. Some call it the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and others refer to it simply as Breath of the Wild 2. But what is its true name? What is its true title? When is its true release date? And when the heck will we see some actual long-form gameplay? Well, the answer is next week? What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. This report is so darn exciting because it seems like Zelda is ready to really reveal exactly what's going down in this fantastic sequel. Look, this trailer right here was 98 seconds of glory at E3 back in the summer, and it blew us away with Link's new skills, his new arm, his new powers, and a really awesome but short look at what we have ahead of us in 2022. No title, no story, no release date, but it seems like we might get this next Thursday at the Game Awards 2021. And don't worry, I'm bringing research, in-depth proof of what exactly is about to go down. And dear goodness gracious, for all that's good in the world of Zelda and Link, hit that like button if you're excited to see this game again. Jeff Keighley's Spectacular is on December 9th, and he had this to say. Just saw the final cut of a Game Awards world premiere we have been working on with the developer for 2.5 years. Truly honored we are entrusted to share this work with the world. Now, we gotta dig into what he's saying because there's two pieces here that connect so deeply to Zelda. First off, he's truly honored that we're entrusted to share this work, and you know that Nintendo is more protective than just about anybody in the industry. They hold their IP near and dear, and Zelda means the world to them. But 2.5 years is also incredibly interesting because if you go back 2.5 years, you will see that that is exactly when the sequel was surprise revealed. They dropped this teaser trailer at E3 2019, June of that year, and gave us a glimpse, a tease, of what would become of Link and Zelda. There was no title, no release date, and the game went dormant for 2 years after that surprise reveal. It came back at E3 2021, and they dropped another trailer, albeit just about the same length, about 90 seconds, and a 2022 date. Now, this would be the perfect time to really get out there and say, hey, let's start the marketing cycle in earnest. And it would be a world premiere of a story trailer, a gameplay trailer, and kind of announcing the game for the first time with its actual retail title. Now, Jeff Keighley also notes that he was touring 2.5 years ago, visiting developers, and on a global tour. This all is adding up, right? Global tour, visiting Nintendo of Japan, summer of 2019. That's when E3 debuted that teaser trailer. It all lines up. Also, it lines up that Jeff Keighley and Zelda have a history of working together at the Game Awards, as this trailer right here dropped back in 2017. This is the reveal for the Champion's Ballad, the second half of the Breath of the Wild DLC, and if you recall, this dropped that night. The Game Awards revealed it, and it was out on the eShop immediately. So there are so many different layers that link together, so many different threads that tie right at Jeff Keighley's show between Link and the awards. We also know that Nintendo does like to have a substantial reveal at the show. They did Joker, big Smash Bros. Reveal there. They've done Bayonetta in the past. Zelda with the DLC as well, so this would be super fitting. Plus, what else does Nintendo have that would be really noteworthy to rock the world? I mean, Splatoon 3 release date? Maybe. Something new for Mario? Probably too early. Breath of the Wild 2 / whatever it's called, getting a true full-on coming out party? I think that fits. Also, you have to wonder what Bill Trinen was talking about back at E3 when he said, I think as we start to show a bit more of the game over the coming months to the next year or so. Now, we haven't seen anything of the game since E3, and it's definitely been some coming months. Bill Trinen is a longtime fan favorite face over at Nintendo, and maybe this was a bit of a slip of the tongue, or maybe he was teasing and hinting, laying the breadcrumb trail. But if it is indeed Zelda, I think we would get a story trailer in the vein of what we got before Breath of the Wild 1 launched. You might recall that there was a big Switch presentation in January of 2017, where they dropped a nearly 4-minute trailer highlighting so much of the world of Breath of the Wild. It was a voiceover trailer, and so it gave us details on the story and what the stakes were for this new open-world Zelda, while also revealing a ton of different gameplay elements and what we'd be doing with Link and Co. I could see a very similar type trailer existing that would give us a big title card reveal of the actual title, maybe even a release date or a release window, and much more than just it's in development. But I think for many fans, the title alone would be a huge deal. It sort of helps set the mood for the game. And we wonder if it's going to be Breath of the something. Are they going to stick with the naming convention that powered the last one, or are they going to go dramatically different? You know, we went from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, and even though those games have connections, their titles are dramatically different. So it's totally plausible that this Zelda could have a totally different title. Although the Breath of the Wild name is so synonymous with this style of Zelda, this open world evolution, that I feel like they would want to at least stick sort of in the same realm. Breath of the something or something of the wild seems like a likely guess, but I really feel that this is what Keighley's teasing here. I guess it could be overblowing something else, but if you line up the timeline, if you look at his words about honored and entrusted, if you know how much he values his relationship with Nintendo, and if you see how he talks about touring summer of 2019, exactly when Breath of the Wild 2 was first debuted, this just means too much coincidence to mean anything else, in my opinion. Now let's play devil's advocate for a moment. I think this is a great way to kind of prove the Zelda connection. What other game would fit the monumental description that Keighley has laid before us, right? 2.5 years, he's honored. Well, if we look back to E3 2019, another game that got a major debut was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And we've heard rumored for a while now that Respawn and EA are prepping a sequel. So could Jeff Keighley have been trying to wrangle an exclusive from Respawn since the first game was blown out at E3 2019? To me, that is the best contender for what other game this could be, and not much else fits. All right, Halo Infinite will already be out at that point, a game that was similarly shown off at E3 2019. Other titles revealed around then are much smaller in terms of footprint. Ghostwire Tokyo, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Rainbow Six Quarantine, now Outbreak, still not out, but it definitely went break the internet. I don't know what else it could be. Elden Ring has been shown off and played. I've played it. 2022 God of War Ragnarok, maybe? Although Sony doesn't seem likely to give that over, and they did just have a recent trailer. I think one of the best cases for this being Zelda is that there really isn't a good case for anything else. To me, it's like Breath of the Wild 2, and then Jedi Fallen Order 2, and then I don't know what else, unless it's a game that we just don't know about. Now, if this is going to be like BioShock 4 or something, okay, bow down, I'll take it. But of known quantities and what Keighley would have been working on, I put my money on this guy right here. But let me know in the comments down below if you think this is Zelda, or if you have any other ideas for what it could be. Let me tell you, if we cap off this year and all of these amazing fall releases for Switch with a deep dive look into Breath of the Wild that presents us with more information than the first two combined, because look, we got like about 3 minutes total between E3 2019 and 2021. 2 years, 3 minutes, that's all we got. If this thing eclipses that, 304 even, 326, 351, man, that's gonna be double trouble. So much delicious Zelda info and action for us to dissect and get excited for as we wait for the ultimate title of 2022. You know, I've long said that I think Nintendo is prepping to have a major recreation of 2017 in 2022, and it all centers around this right here. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, or whatever it ends up being called, will be the cream of the crop no matter what Nintendo decides to drop, and it will be one of the biggest titles to release in Nintendo history. With nearly 100 million Switches and so much love for the original title and the franchise as a whole, and the fact that the anniversary was basically skipped over, whatever this game is called, it's going to be monumental, and it's going to be so darn exciting. I'm already getting goosebumps. Jeff Keighley, don't let us down. Let me know in the comments down below if you hope for it. Hit that like button if you do. And until next time, my wonderful friends, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I love you all so much. And until next time, SwitchForce out.